Ali air box.
I will let you know.
Get ready for the browse.
Oh.
But play air now.
Good morning, presidents, delegates, legislators, trustees, esteemed faculty, students, alumni, and distinguished guests. It is my honor and great pride to welcome you to the third presidential inauguration of the County College of Morris. I am Betty Simmons, the Vice President of Student Development and Enrollment Management, and I get the wonderful pleasure to preside over this special occasion. However, before we start today's proceedings, I ask that you join us in a moment of silence for the several tragedies that have struck this country, either by human or weather. We want to remember and support those who have perished, the first responders, and all individuals who have been affected. Thank you. Continue standing as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, followed by the invocation offered by Professor John Williford, Chair of the Psychology and Education Department. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today, we are gathering in solidarity to celebrate Dr. Anthony Iacono's call to lead this great community known as the County College of Morris. To mark this historic partnership between leader and community, I will offer a blessing for our new president. I ask the Eternal Spirit to empower Tony with wisdom, spiritual discernment, truth and knowledge, understanding, vigilance, and infuse him with unfailing strength as he takes on this noble task and weighted responsibility to lead and advance our commitment to excellence in teaching and in lifelong learning through the delivery of exceptional programs and services to our students and to the larger community that reflect a dedication to inclusiveness and diversity, educational advancement, cultural enrichment, and workforce development. Tony Solomon, who was known as a wise leader, writes, "When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you and understanding will keep you. Allow those words to create within you a sanctuary, a steadfast spirit, and a willingness to serve all humanity with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness. And may you find favor in the hearts of this community from this day forth. Amen.
Thank you, John. You may be seated. Now, I do have to tell you all, and I will give apologies to our interpreters, it is very hard to script Betty Simmons, as many of you know, but I will do my very best given this occasion. County College of Morris is so fortunate to have an especially dedicated Board of Trustees. They are a group of citizens from Morris County who are dedicated to the college, its students, its faculty, its staff. These individuals are the governing board of our college. They set policy, they help us make decisions that allow us to move County College of Morris forward. We are so very grateful for their wisdom, their guidance, their commitment to the quest for excellence that stands with CCM. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the trustees who are present with us today. First, Chair of our board, Mr. Paul Lasitra. Mr. Lasitra? Our Vice Chair, Thomas Pepe. Treasurer and former Chair, Mr. Jeffrey Advocate. Secretary, Dr. Barbara Hadzima. Trustee, Jack Frost. Trustee and former Chair of the Board, Dr. Joseph Weisberg. I would also like to recognize the members of the platform party who will not have speaking parts in these proceedings. First, the awesome cabinet of County College of Morris, Dr. Dwight L. Smith, our Vice President of Academic Affairs. Ms. Karen Vanderhoof, our Vice President of Business and Finance. Mr. Rob Sturton, our Vice President of Institutional Effectiveness and CIO. Mr. Thomas Burke, our Vice President of Human Resources and Labor Relations. Mr. Patrick Enright, Associate Vice President for Workforce Development and Dean for Professional Studies and Applied Sciences. Thank you all. Our amazing Grand Marshals, Professor Vinny Fuentes, Chair of Engineering and Technologies, and Dr. Maria Izaza, Chair of Biology and Chemistry. We had the wonderful pleasure of having Professor Carl Lankham, who was here for the professional cadence, the CCM Strings Honor Quartet directed by Professor Chris Nam, the absolutely incredible chamber choir accompanied by Professor Joe Bellotti and under the direction of the incomparable Professor Marie Elaine Mammon. Thank you all. I want to give a very special recognition to the Inauguration Committee for taking on the task of organizing a highly efficient and distinguished ceremony. I thank all members of the committee whose names are listed in your program. But I do want to, again, use my opportunity as the person who is presiding over this event to give special thanks to Denise Bell, who is the Executive Administrative Assistant in the President's Office, and Ms. Colleen Ricardo, who is the Coordinator of Special Events, who just really put this all together. Thank you all. As I said, I am honored to preside over this historic ceremony for County College of Morris, the inauguration of our third president. I am humbled to be able to present to you an individual who, within his first year, has already demonstrated a keen appreciation of the phenomenal dedication of our outstanding faculty, the commitment of the many administrators and staff members, and the eagerness to learn of our students. He has embraced the institution's mission of being committed to the excellence of teaching and learning and a commitment to the larger community through an understanding of inclusiveness and diversity, the educational advancement, cultural enrichment, and workforce development. In short, in just 1 year, Dr. Anthony Iacono has invigorated the college with his energy, his enthusiasm, his vision, and for the County College of Mars to be an even better institution than we currently are. The presence here today of not only our esteemed faculty, staff, and administrators, but also of representatives of colleges, universities, businesses, corporations, and community leaders attests to CCM's strong reputation in our local, state, and regional communities. There is a high level of appreciation of the work that is so important that we do and the benefits that we afford both our students and our community. And the fact that so many friends of CCM are present here today to join us in this momentous occasion speaks volumes for the high regard that we receive among New Jersey's higher education community. I am so very proud to be a part of this absolutely amazing institution. Now, an inauguration is simply defined as a formal ceremony or special event that marks the beginning of a major leader's term of office. Thus, we are here today to participate in the official inauguration of Dr. Anthony Iacono. He will be our third president. While this inauguration is heavy in weight, with all the traditions that has made County College of Mars the fine institution that we are today, it also represents the new beginning for us. It provides the opportunity for us to reflect on the amazing historical foundations that continues to support us in the work we perform on behalf of the residents and the businesses of Mars County and the state of New Jersey. Yet, it also symbolizes the awesome responsibilities that CCM's president will bear for the well-being of this community of scholars and learners for its contributions to society at large. Additionally, among the celebratory nature of this event, it allows us to recognize that collectively we are an amazing institution. As such, we are all here to demonstrate to Dr. Iacono that we are just as dedicated as he is in ensuring that we maintain our commitment to serving the needs of our students, our employees, our community, our commitment to search for truth and respect for scholarship and learning, our commitment to honesty and integrity in all of our endeavors, our commitment to respecting the differences among our faculty, our staff, and our students, are every person that is on this campus, and the commitment of being stewards of public trust. While ultimately it will be Dr. Iacono's responsibility to ensure that we uphold these values in every facet of County College of Mars, we stand ready to support him in doing so as CCM's third president. Therefore, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the administration, and the students of County College of Mars, I thank you all for being present here today to share our great pride in this wonderful institution and for participating in the inauguration of our third president. At this time, I am honored to present to you speakers who will bring greetings to President Iacono from their respective constituencies. First, allow me to introduce the Honorable Rodney Frelinghuysen, the United States Senator, District 11. I think he's a congressman now, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Thank you, Betty, for the promotion. Let me say, Betty's words were well chosen and well spoken, and let me associate myself with them. Thank you, Betty, for your long career and loyal support to CCM. It's a pleasure to give greetings and thanks alongside my fellow elected officials to our new president of the County College of Mars, Tony Iacono, and his wife Debbie and their children, to his predecessor, Dr. Edward Yall, who brought his own cheering squads outside, to members of the Morris County Board of Freeholders led by Director Doug Cabana, whose board steadfast support, annual support provides for the college's financial security and historic investment in lifelong learning, and to many in the CCM family and friends, and yes, to the selection committee on a job well done. I'm among the few here this morning who've had the extraordinary honor of having known and worked both with the late Sherman Maston and with Ed Yall, both inspiring leaders. And already, Tony, working with your Board of Trustees, has also generated much goodwill and deserved praise throughout our communities. As I visit hundreds of juniors and seniors in high schools classrooms each year, I always ask where they plan to attend college and whether their rite of passage visits with their parents have been happy and an enjoyable experience. How pleased I am to report that so many say they're going to county and to CCM. They're staying at home, perhaps for financial reasons, but we know this is a wonderful place to begin a career. Lastly, your annual commencement exercise captures the excitement of what lies ahead for them. A county college education that will lead to unlimited opportunities, whether they be first generation in their families to attend college, a single parent seeking a nursing career, a soldier returning from the Middle East having served our country bravely, or someone looking for a new career, or just out of high school. The County College of Morris is the place to be. This is it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Congressman. Next, I'd like to introduce the Honorable Joseph Panaccio, Senator from the Legislative District Number 26 and a County College of Morris graduate. Senator.
Thank you, Betty. I did not get a promotion. Dr. Iacono, Dr. Yor, distinguished faculty members, elected officials, students, and friends. Community colleges play an integral role in the development of young adults. The Morris County Community College stands out as a crown jewel among us. Community colleges are unique among all establishments of higher education. For many young people, community colleges become a stepping stone for continued, enriched academic and professional experiences. This experience comes at an affordable price. What good does a learning institution do to a young person if that person is priced out of its education? I would like to share with you today something I recently saw on television, which I believe serves as an allegory to the county college experience. Through the marvels of technology, the Hubble telescope is allowing the human eyes to experience things that we've never seen before. Most of its work has been directed on what we know and what we see. However, recently, the telescope focused on a barren, dark spot near the Big Dipper. Nothing existed. With time, effort, and focus, the Hubble was rewarded with a transcendental amazement. A limitless and beautiful number of stellar objects existed where none had ever been seen before. My friends, the community college experience with time, effort, and focus manages to show human talent that we never knew existed. Academia and society pays attention to universities, and it's easy to forget that there are large numbers of unrecognized students. Those students can offer all sorts of limited contributions to our society. They can surprise us with the same transcendental amazement that the Hubble telescope gave us. My support of community colleges comes from a personal experience. I am the product of a community college. Staten Island Community College offered me the opportunity to begin my academic experience, which eventually led me to my profession as a dentist. I am proud and grateful for that experience. It did not come, however, with some contemptuous encounters. While attending community college, a grade school classmate of mine chided me for going to Staten Island Community College, calling it Staten Island High. He attended NYU as an undergraduate. A perfect example of how the dark side of human nature tries to elevate oneself by putting others down. Wait. About 6 years later, I met up with this fellow at the NYU Medical Library. He told me about after struggles not getting in and failing to get into dental school, he was studying to take the exam to get into podiatry school. He was thrilled, I'm sure, to hear that my graduation from the NYU College of Dentistry was weeks away and I was studying for my licensing exam. Staten Island High. Those words were said to me almost 50 years ago, and yet I remember them well. In the meantime, I also managed to dabble in politics. Not bad for an alumni of Staten Island High. Here's the motto of the story to those young people. Don't ever, ever underestimate yourself or your talents, because there are plenty of other people out there that will do it for you. Finally, I am proud to associate with the chorus of accolades directed at Dr. Iacono this morning. He brings a sense of youthful purpose and drive to Morris County Community College, and we are all the better for it. We hand off our crown jewel to Dr. Iacono. With time, effort, and focus, you will amaze us all. God bless you all, and congratulations, Dr. Iacono.
Thank you, Senator. And next, I would like to introduce the Honorable Anthony M. Bucco, Assemblyman of Legislative District Number 25. Assemblyman.
Good morning. Come on, good morning. This is a great day. Dr. Iacono, your family, faculty, students, alumni, and distinguished guests. It is my honor to be here this morning to witness and celebrate in the inauguration of Dr. Iacono as the third president of the County College of Morris, which just happens to sit in the heart of my legislative district. Although you've been leading the college for some time now, today is a joyous day as you officially take the reins to what has become one of the top community colleges in the state, if not the nation. I look forward to working with you, as I know you are committed to the mission of community colleges and their ability to provide superior educational opportunities to all who pass through their doors. I know you are a firm believer that a great community college is one that strengthens the local economy by helping to train our students for the jobs of tomorrow. And most importantly, I know you recognize that this all must be accomplished at an affordable cost that will not leave our students with mountains of debt as they pursue, the next phases of their lives. I've enjoyed a close relationship with the college during my time in the legislature. I'm a strong supporter of higher education and the power to transform lives. I know you are committed to excellence and the delivery of exceptional programs and services to our students here at CCM. I look forward to working with you as you continue to build on that foundation of excellence that has been laid by those that have come before you. I wish you much luck and success in what I am sure will be a challenging endeavor. Remember, my legislative office is right up the road, and my door is always open. Thank you for letting me be a part of this wonderful day for you and the college. May God bless you, your family, and this great institution. Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask my fellow legislators to join me, Assemblywoman DeCrose, Senator Panaccio, Dr. Iacono. To commemorate today and your presidency, we are honored to have introduced on the floor of the Senate, Senator Panaccio and my father, Assemblyman Bucco, and our colleagues, Assemblywoman DeCrose, myself, Assemblyman Carroll, and Assemblyman Weber, a joint Senate and Assembly resolution honoring your presidency, and it passed in both houses unanimously. You should be pretty proud of that, because nothing passes unanimously in Trenton these days. But congratulations, good luck, and God bless you.
Thank you, Assemblyman. Next, I would like to introduce the Honorable Betty Lou LaCroce, Assemblywoman of Legislative District 26. Assemblywoman.
Good morning, everyone. It's such a wonderful, bright, sunny day we have today. I'm honored to be with you today for the inauguration of Dr. Anthony Iacono as the third president of the great County College of Morris. In fact, the best county college in the state of New Jersey. The County College of Morris is known for providing outstanding and affordable education for students of all ages, races, and nationalities. Its degree and certificate programs offer a wide array of career and professional choices for those seeking to pursue life goals and objectives. Personally, the County College of Morris has been near and dear to me for many years. My late husband, New Jersey Assembly Leader Alex DeCrose, was a staunch, longtime supporter of the college, and the world-class media center was named in his honor. I thank my friend, former CCM President Dr. Ed Yaw, and the Morris County Freeholder Board of Chosen Freeholders for their leadership in the endeavor. I am thrilled to have a person with the experience, vision, and drive of Dr. Iacono to fill the huge shoes left by Dr. Yaw. I have had the pleasure to meet with Dr. Iacono to discuss how best to partner the college with the business community, and specifically the manufacturing sector. As a member of the legislature's newly created Manufacturing Caucus and the sponsor of legislation targeting the manufacturing sector, I recognize the tremendous opportunity for learning, job creation, and professional growth a partnership of this nature can produce. And in fact, today is National Manufacturing Day. Dr. Iacono's commitment to the transformative nature offered by the county college system and his belief in utilizing the county college to serve as the foundational learning environment for development of strong, vibrant local economies is a tremendous asset for Morris County. I look forward to continuing our discussions in the manufacturing sector and many others here at the County College, and to seeing, hearing, and participating in great things under your leadership at the college. On behalf of the citizens of the 26th Legislative District, I welcome you, congratulate you, and I wish you much success in the days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblywoman. Next, I would like to introduce the Honorable Douglas R. Cabana, Director of the Morris County Board of Chosen Freeholders. Mr. Cabana.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Iacono, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, staff, and guests. It is an honor to be here and share this very special event with our college community and to offer our congratulations and best wishes to President Iacono. Already, we have established a working relationship with Tony, and we look forward to continuing better here at CCM, which is a jewel of Morris County. I would like to introduce my colleagues on the Freeholder Board who are here with us this morning. Freeholder Tom Mastrangelo, and Freeholder Christine Meyer. County College of Morris and the Board of Chosen Freeholders have long shared a commitment to providing state-of-the-art and affordable education opportunities that prepares our graduates to be well-equipped and compete in an ever-changing and challenging world. As evidence of our success, CCM graduates over the past several years have transferred to more than 200 four-year colleges and universities across the nation, including Brown, Cornell, Rutgers, and Yale. Numerous freeholder boards have consistently supported CCM since its inception here in Randolph in 1968. Millions of dollars have been allocated to fund new facilities at CCM and have enhanced the learning experience. These investments ensure that our students continue to receive exceptional education and learn in an environment with facilities not often found at other two-year institutions and even some four-year institutions. Our collaborative efforts have yielded great success, and it's not just patting ourselves on the back. Take a listen to some recent independent voices. The Center for Business and Technology at CCM in 2017 has been named as a leading provider of skills training by the New Jersey Council of County Colleges. BestColleges.com this year rated County College of Morris as one of the top 2 community colleges in New Jersey. CCM in 2017 became the only community college in New Jersey to be named a National Center of Excellence in Cyber Defense through a program sponsored by the NSA and Department of Homeland Security. These are just a few of the many compliments paid to our community college, but we are not satisfied with the status quo. The future holds great challenges for education in this rapidly changing world, and we must meet those changes to continue to educate, grow, and nurture current and future students. We are confident that working with President Iacono, as we did it for the past half-century with the college's 2 previous presidents, Dr. Sherman Maston and Dr. Ed Yaw, that we will make this a reality. So on behalf of the Morris County Board of Chosen Freeholders, Tony, I wish you much luck and great success and welcome you to the Morris County family. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Cabana. Now, you all already know that County College of Morris is a very special place. We are going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary next year. What makes that even more incredible is that this is only the 3rd president, and we have been so very fortunate over the past 30 years to be under the wonderful leadership of Dr. Edward Yaw. I would like to now introduce to you the 2nd president of County College Morris, Dr. Ed Yaw.
Thank you very much for that very warm reception. I appreciate it so much. I'm very honored to have been invited to make a few remarks at this auspicious occasion, the inauguration of the 3rd president of the County College of Morris, Dr. Tony Iacono. Congratulations, Tony, and thank you for inviting me to participate in this event. As Dr. Simmons mentioned, CCM will be celebrating its 50th anniversary next year, and in those 50 years, we have only had 3 presidents, Dr. Sherman H. Maston, myself, and now Dr. Iacono. I always felt that stability was one of our strengths at the college, and it is remarkable that we have had such little turnover among our executive officers of the college. Similarly, there has been little turnover among faculty and staff at the college. We have been blessed by many talented and dedicated faculty and staff, and many of them have been here for 10 years or more. People like it here at CCM. The genuine feeling of community and dedication to our mission and the success of our students has been outstanding. I must also acknowledge the many contributions of the Board of Trustees. They are citizens of the County of Morris and have always been dedicated to the college, its people, and its students. Thank you all for that. I also want to thank the members of the CCM Foundation who have shown remarkable dedication to the college and have assisted in raising thousands of dollars primarily for student scholarships. Finally, I must acknowledge the support of our sponsors, the County of Morris, its administration, and the freeholders. While we would have our annual arm wrestling match over county funding, they always treated us fairly within the resources of the county with a sensitivity to the taxpayers of the county. Further, they never interfered in the day-to-day operations of the college and always followed the letter and the spirit of the law in making appointments to the Board of Trustees. Again, it is a great honor for me to be able to participate in this event. I want to thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yaw. Dr. Yaw mentioned the CCM Foundation, which includes a group of individuals who are here to raise money in support of County College of Morrison, as he said, primarily for student scholarships. At this time, I would like to introduce you all to William McElroy, who is the chair of the County College of Morris Foundation Board and a very proud alum of County College of Morris. Bill?
Thank you, Dr. Simmons. I'd like to associate myself with the Senator's remarks. I, too, am a community college product, indeed this community college, and I'm very proud of that. My association with County College of Morris is now nearly 40 years, where I have been well acquainted with the second president of County College of Morris, Dr. Ed Yaw, and your foundation would like to wish you a long, happy, and healthy retirement for all you've done for us in these times. I've also, in my capacity, had the good fortune to know Dr. Tony Iacono for a couple of years now, so I was blessed to serve on the selection committee as well. And I look forward to the next 40-year association with the County College of Morris, because if we're acquainted for that long, we will have achieved quite a bit, and we will live a long and happy life and enjoy great success together. Thank you. So with that, I would just like to say, on behalf of the foundation, to Dr. Anthony Iacono, we wish you success, good fortune, and happiness for you and your family throughout your time associated with the college, and we, the foundation, will be there to help you throughout. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Bill. Here before me are the best faculty in the state of New Jersey. You all are amazing at the work that you do, and I am so very honored to have the opportunity to introduce to all of you the individual who will be representing the faculty this morning in the person of an absolutely amazing individual. You don't mess with Dr. Eber. Please join me in welcoming Janet Eber, Chairperson of English and Philosophy.
Thank you. I really don't know how to beat that introduction, I have to say. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to represent the faculty on so significant a day in the history of our institution. As Dr. Iacono is invested as County College of Morris's third president, it is fitting that we give voice to our commitment to excellence and to the continued growth and success of our college. We are a justly proud faculty, proud of our academic disciplines, proud of our teaching excellence, and most of all, proud of our students' success. It is our students to whom we dedicate all our energies, they whom we strive to prepare for the complex world of which they are a part. Perhaps our greatest strength is that we see our students as individuals, as multifaceted human beings, and not as nameless faces sitting on the other side of the desk. We are also scholars who contribute to our respective disciplines in myriad ways. We publish, we create, we conduct research, all in the name of enriching the lives we touch in our classrooms. For a true teacher is ever a student, and we are true teachers. Additionally, we have always been aware of our commitment to the community we serve. We are, after all, a county institution, and thus we dedicate our energies to inclusivity, to welcoming all members of Morris County who seek to better their lives. Our success in and outside of the classroom would not be possible without strong and steady leadership, and it has been our good fortune to have such leadership. As the college approaches its 50th anniversary, we can look back with pride in having started right. More important, we look ahead to new and wonderful things. Dr. Iacono has the energy and the enthusiasm to propel us into a future that will both present challenges and rewards. He has, as we do, the recognition of how very different the educational landscape is from what it was in 1968, the college's first year of operation. And it is clear he embraces every opportunity to move the college forward. He can do that only with the encouragement and the support of his faculty. So let us pledge today to provide that encouragement and that support. His vision of a world-class institution must be ours as well. On a personal note, I would like to share a few thoughts about Dr. Iacono. Last August, late in the afternoon, our brand new president dropped by my office just to chat. It was our first real conversation. As he walked into my office, he noticed a copy of the Odyssey on my shelf. "That's my favorite book," he said. I was thrilled. Since then, we have spoken of other texts, but always returned to Homer's work. As I've gotten to know Tony better over the past year, I can see why he has such an affinity for the Odyssey. It is really because of the eponymous hero himself. Like Odysseus, Tony is a real person who loves to talk, to savor the moment, to enjoy fellowship. Also like Odysseus, he is quick-witted and sharp, and is able to assess any situation with acumen and clarity, and to apply the fitting strategy, all essential qualities in an effective leader. There's one other element in the poem that is most fitting for today's celebration, and that is Odysseus' fervent desire to go home. It is what he seeks most in his fabulous travels, home. And so today, Tony, after your Odyssey, you have come home to us. Welcome home.
Thank you, Dr. Eber. County College of Morris is all about our students, and I would like to recognize the students who are here with us today to join us in this occasion. I know how meaningful that is for Dr. Iacono, so thank you so very much to the students. But because we have so many phenomenal students, it was a little difficult to identify someone to speak on behalf of our student body. But then Dr. Iacono and I chatted, and it was an easy selection for us. And so I am so very privileged to introduce you all to a recent graduate of County College of Morris, Spiridula Fotinas, who is doing us very proud at the City College of New York. Spiridula.
Good morning, Dr. Iacono, the Iacono family, Dr. Simmons, Dr. Yaw, elected officials, professors, faculty and staff, and CCM community. People are important. Each and every one of us has been impacted by another human being in some way. Today, we celebrate the inauguration of a person who is authentic, a person who greets everyone with an enormous smile, who asks about our hardest exams, our favorite professors, and our upcoming club activities. Dr. Iacono wants to be a part of our lives as students, to know us as human beings. The County College of Morris is truly blessed to be inaugurating Dr. Anthony Iacono as our third president. At the Phi Theta Kappa Day, Dr. Iacono introduced me and spoke for me in a way that I'm still humbled by today. I started that speech with the same way. People are important. Each and every one of us has been impacted by another human being in some way. Today, I am honored to speak for a person who has impacted me in countless ways. Dr. Iacono advocated for me as a student and as a person. He is one of my greatest supporters here at CCM. His support challenged me and my peers to do even more for our community. Dr. Anthony Iacono does this for every single student he meets and speaks to. He doesn't have to do this. I'm sure his job description does not include get to know students by name and care about their well-being. It is because of his beautiful and warm personality that he cares, he loves, and he makes us part of his family. We are not just the students of another community college. We are the students of the County College of Morris, the students Dr. Iacono and his wonderful administration care about. And through these radiant people, we are encouraged, supported, and advocated for. Our greatest advocate is the president himself. Dr. Iacono values us as his own children and even talks about us at dinner with his own family. Dr. Iacono, congratulations. You have made a difference in my life, in the lives of those who have graduated with me, and I know you will continue to impact all the students here at CCM with your warm smile and your belief in the potential of every student. Thank you for being our greatest champion. While looking through the program and looking at Dr. Iacono's quote, I found it very fitting that what he wrote encapsulates the strong belief that he has in every student. So I would like to highlight that. Every person has the ability to make a world a little better by simply getting involved. Find your purpose, find your passion, and employ them to help others. You'll be amazed at the difference you can make. Dr. Iacono, thank you for the difference you have made in my own life and in the students here at CCM. Your unfailing support continues to make me challenge myself as a CCM alumnus, and I cannot wait to hear about the world-changing students that come out of CCM with the transformative and loving support of Dr. Iacono, the administration, faculty and staff, and everyone here at the County College of Morris community. Thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Iacono.
I want to be like Spiridula when I grow up. Nice. Presidential inaugurations are full of symbolic meaning. The committee kept that in mind in every single detail. As the program was being assembled, we noticed a symbolic connector that we never anticipated. Before serving as County College of Morris's founding president, Dr. Sherman H. Maston participated in the founding and development of New York's Ulster County Community College. Our next speaker, providing the inaugural address, is Dr. Alan P. Roberts. He is Tony's good friend, a former colleague from some college down in Florida. But most importantly, he is the president, the current president of SUNY Ulster in New York. Dr. Iacono and Dr. Roberts became good friends while they worked together at Indian River State College in Fort Pierce, Florida. Here they are now, college presidents with a connection of Dr. Maston being involved with the founding of their respective institutions. Since his arrival to SUNY Ulster, Dr. Roberts' commitment to student success and his commitment to partnerships have been paramount, viewing the challenges facing the many of today's institutions of higher education, including SUNY Ulster, as opportunities. Dr. Roberts previously served as the Vice President of Applied Sciences and Technology at Indian River. Dr. Roberts received his associate's degree in marketing and retail management from North Country Community College, his baccalaureate degree in business and marketing, and his master's degree in distributive education from the University of New York at Albany, and his doctorate degree in community college curriculum and instruction from the University of Central Florida. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Roberts.
Don't judge Tony's judgment on what I'm going to say. This is a time for me to get even because Tony spoke at my inauguration, so I have a lot to share, and I think you're going to enjoy it. But what I really sincerely want to say is I've really heard what Tony's all about. He's been here a year, and he's already shown his true colors. You know, he is a sincere, truly good guy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Tony and some of his accomplishments. Then I'm going to tell you what I really think you want to hear. And it's a pleasure to attend today's ceremony. As I was walking around campus today, I had a chance to talk to some students and faculty, and I got such an incredible sense of the pride that everyone has in County College of Morris. It is an incredible institution, and you have so much to be proud of. As I was talking to many of you, you wanted to know how long I had known Tony, and it's been about 20 years now that Tony, we pretty much grew up together. And when you were, you know, the conversation went, well, what's Tony really like? And that's what I'd like to share with you today, what Tony is really like. But what I want to do is I broke it down into the tales of two Tony. We'll start, first of all, with the professional Tony, which probably the selection committee saw, and probably why they chose him. So let me start with that. Dr. Tony Iacono's journey made him a great leader. Each of his unique positions and experiences had no clear-cut success path. In each of his positions, he brought passion for student success and a comprehensive understanding of the importance of community colleges play in today's society. He's been a faculty member, he's been a dean, he's been a vice president, and he's been a great friend. He is a nationally recognized speaker. He's won numerous teaching and leadership awards and been published in a variety of topics ranging from the civil rights, American Civil War, contemporary leadership, and career pathways. He has chaired and co-chaired numerous committees on the state and national level, focusing on educational reform. He holds an AA degree from Indian River State College. He has a BA and an MA from the University of Central Florida, and his PhD in American history from Mississippi State. And he understands and appreciates the importance of offering quality academic programs targeted at technical and professional development to serve the community in the region. A few of his accomplishments I'll mention include a core member of the team that led Indian River State College to earn the recognition by the Aspen Award Committee as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. He also led and developed the national recognized Achieving the Dream program, which increases student success and graduation. And he's also one of the 4 founding members of the Florida Institute of Professional Development for Adult Educators. And most notable, he married his incredible wife, Debbie, and has 4 wonderful children. And now, the rest of the story. Yes, I have many of them and probably shouldn't share, but I'll share those at a later date. Now, I'd like to start with a few did you know about Tony. Some are explanatory, but some will need additional information. Here we go. Did you know that Tony was a great bass player, a rhythm player, and guitar player? Did you know that Tony played with the famous Sex Pistols in Florida? More to come on that story later. Tony's learning to play the ukulele, and I can't even pronounce it. Tony loves to fish. You want to go fishing? Or he'll tell you a fishing story, better yet. And what I love is Tony can dance. You got to see that one, though. Tony can cook. Oh, can he cook Italian food? Oh, my God, it's incredible. Tony would love to play golf with anyone who's interested. And Tony will kill me after we're done for saying that. Tony loves his GPS. And I beg you to ask the story of our trip that takes 2.5 hours from Tallahassee, Florida to Fort Pierce, how it took us 6 hours, much ice cream, and my poor daughter with many tears because we missed her recital. So thank you, Tony. Tony has 2 gifted children, Tamea, Jacob. They will tie you up if you're given them the opportunity. And I mean that literally. Tony is great at hurricane recovery. Tony and I both, on 2 different occasions, sat through Hurricane 4 as they blew over our campus. As soon as that wind stopped, Tony was the first one out picking up branches, clearing the pathways, but most of all, he was in the kitchen cooking, making sure that everybody who was helping had the food they needed to prepare. Absolutely incredible. Tony, although, is challenged in hurricane preparation. Tony needed to be told many times the plywood goes on the outside, not on the inside. Tony really cares, and I heard that this morning already. If there's a crisis, if there's a need, if you need anything, Tony will be the first one there. He'll be delivering food, he'll sit with you, he'll give you the time you needed, but he sincerely cares. And Tony gets things done. This is going to require a little more information. A few years ago, when Tony and I were working together, I got a call from Florida Power and Light, nationally known as Xterra, one of the largest power companies in the country. They were facing a challenge and they wanted us to know if we could help. They needed to get trained technicians now. We met with their team and they laid out the plan that they were looking for. They needed on-site training, they needed fast-track programming, and they had to make sure that we worked with the unions to ensure that we negotiated with the labor contracts. This is nothing we had ever done. I called Tony up after the meeting and said, "What do you think?" He says, "Let's do it." With a great deal of anxiety, I said, "Okay, I accept." Long story short, within 3 weeks, Tony had the instructors, recruited the students, and had started the training. The result? 3 years later, we were graduating 50 students a year with a guaranteed job starting salary of $50,000 a year, and we were recognized by the American Association of Community Colleges as having the #1 workforce training partnership in the country. Tony gets things done. And finally, Tony is my friend. It's been about 20 years. He's humble, caring, a devoted husband, and a loving father. He's determined and focused. And I don't say that lightly. He is tireless. And emails at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He's the first one in, and he'll be the last one to leave every night. Tony builds incredible teams by developing a culture of open and honest communication with a shared vision. His Monday morning PowerPoint team meetings are a story within themselves. And I think Donna would share that with me. Donna's a longtime co-worker with Tony, and I can't tell you the rest of the story. He celebrates each of his accomplishments with his team. He even became a member of the college rock and roll band to cultivate the culture of mutual respect among students, faculty, and staff. And today I am privileged to be able to congratulate him. Congratulations, Tony.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. And I must say, I enjoyed the looks on the faces of the Iacono family as you were telling your story, so there must be some truth to that, right? It is my privilege to introduce to you all at this time the chairperson of the County College of Morris Board of Trustees, Mr. Paul Lasitra, who will oversee the investiture of Dr. Iacono. Trustee Lasitra.
You know, I'm going to pick up, first of all, on what our very dedicated and wonderful legislators said about us being #1 in the state. I knew after the first year I was here, we are #1 in the nation. This college is great. I am proud to be any part of it. Well, thank you, Dr. Simmons. And greetings to all of you who have taken time out of your day, your very busy day, and your schedules to be with us. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, please accept our gratitude to all of the speakers today and the wonderful congratulatory messages. I could not be more proud on this day when we invest Tony Iacono as CCM's 3rd president. In our view, there could be no one better suited to lead this institution forward at this moment in its history. I am told that the investiture is an important tradition in academic life, shrouded in symbolic meaning. Dr. Iacono is about to be presented with the college medallion, which incorporates the seal of the college and symbolizes the office of the president. Now it is my distinct honor and privilege to invite Dr. Iacono to come forth with the investiture. And I ask my fellow trustees to stand and join me in this. No, stay there. Just stand in place. I think I got it right. I think so. By the power invested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the title of President of County College of Morris and present to you this medallion as a symbol of that office. Congratulations, Tony. You are now formally invested as president of our great college. God bless you, and God bless you.
It is very fitting that we also identify a very special person to introduce to the college the new president of County College of Morris. And Debbie Iacono has been asked and gladly accepted this opportunity to introduce and welcome her husband to the stage. I have had the opportunity to have several chats with Mrs. Iacono. I'm waiting for a time when she and I can spend some private time so I can get the real story on some of her husband's behaviors and expectations. We're still working on that, but it is such a delight that she and her children are now members of the County College of Morris family. So please join me in welcoming Deborah Iacono.
Good afternoon, and thank you. What an honor to be here today. It's such a beautiful day. Thank you to the faculty and the staff, cabinet, Board of Trustees, the elected officials, to the community. Thank you so much. In June, Tony and I celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary, and we dated for almost 6 years before we were married. So we have been together for almost 30 years. I've had the honor of standing by his side. We met and started dating his freshman year at college. He was the first member of his family to attend college. His family wanted him to go desperately, but they just didn't always have the background of experiences to help him navigate through the junior, senior year of high school, of how to navigate through some of the paths you have to travel down. Tony was a member, as Al shared. He is a musician at heart. He was a member of his high school band, and his high school band director, Mr. James Salmons, saw a lot of potential in him. Mr. Salmons took it upon himself to schedule an audition for Tony at our local community college, Indian River Community College, for a position in their jazz band. And Mr. Salmons approached Tony and gave him two choices. He said, you could go to the audition alone, or you could go with me, but you were going to go. And as anyone from Vero Beach, Florida knows, you listened to Mr. Salmons, and Tony did attend the audition. He started the following fall as a freshman at Indian River Community College, and he did have the jazz band scholarship. Tony worked incredibly hard during his freshman and sophomore years. He developed confidence and had amazing work habits that still exist today. He never accepted anything but his best, which is still very true today. He completed his AA degree at Indian River Community College and then transferred to the University of Central Florida, where he completed his bachelor's and master's degree, and we were married at the end of his bachelor's degree. We moved, right after we were married, we moved to Starkville, Mississippi, where he began work on his PhD program. During the second year of his program, we welcomed our first child, our son, Giovanni. It was life-changing, and it could have been an obstacle in his education, but having our son only motivated him more to finish his degree. At the end of his coursework, Tony accepted a position back at the University of Central Florida as a history professor, where he was able to teach and complete working on his dissertation. It was a second home to us, and we were all thrilled. We welcomed our second child, our daughter Mary, that following fall, and everything was wonderful. But it was a job opening almost 2 years later that changed our lives. Tony called me in my classroom. I am an elementary school teacher, and he called me and said there was a history position open at his first alma mater at Indian River Community College, and what did I think? And I said, well, it was my hometown. It was where I was born and raised. It was our hometown community, and the thought of him going back to where he got his start was absolutely very exciting. I gave him my blessing, and he interviewed and accepted the position and started the following fall there at Indian River Community College, where he had started as a freshman just 12 years earlier. It was there that Tony spent the next 17 years, and Al came into our lives. He began as a faculty member, and he was dean and vice president of academic affairs. We welcomed 2 more children into our family during that time. Life is great. Tony was a dedicated husband and father. He spent his days championing the cause of the community college system at the county, state, and national level. He's a firm believer in the value of education. We are firsthand proof that education can change your life. Almost 2 years ago, I got another phone call from Tony. There was a position open, this time in New Jersey. I knew the day was coming, and it had arrived. We talked and probably talked a whole lot more. My best friend in the universe, Melissa, is here, and she gave me a lot of counseling. I gave him my blessing, and over 20 years ago, I told Tony that God had a plan for him, and I know that this is a calling, and he is answering it. It is my honor to introduce to you my husband, your president, Dr. Tony Iacono.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a little scary when you don't know what your best friend is going to say, and more so when you don't know what your wife is going to say. You probably picked up on that theme. Every time they moved, they had another child. There's not going to be another child coming on this move. Before I share some thoughts with you today, I want to say that I am deeply, deeply honored to be standing before you as the 3rd president of County College of Morris. Hearing the many remarks made today at today's ceremony is incredibly humbling. Hearing an accomplished administrator who, after more than 35 years at CCM, still brings extraordinary energy and passion to our college every day. Thank you, Dr. Simmons. A professor whose heart and mind are pure beyond compare and whose wisdom is unparalleled. Thank you, Professor Williford. An esteemed professor who, after 48 years, is not only one of our college's founding faculty members, but an accomplished scholar who continues to be one of the finest professors and people I know. Thank you, Dr. Eber. A president emeritus who, after more than 30 years at the helm, dedicating his life to the benefit of our students and our community, and created the CCM we know today. Thank you, President Yaw. A board chair who offers sage counsel, is available all of the time, and has shown support and friendship far beyond expectation. Beyond me, he has also extended this, as our entire board has, to my family, and that is just enormously valued. Thank you, Chair Lasifran. And a board of trustees that would be the envy of any president. I told Dr. Roberts before he came here, I want you to meet my CCM family. I want you to see the extraordinary things that happen here. You cannot recruit anyone here. And on the side, he kept saying, what does that person do? You cannot recruit, including our wonderful board of trustees. So I want to thank Trustee and Vice Chair Thomas Pepe. I want to thank Trustees Advocate, Hadzima, Bogart, Frost, Jenks, and Trustee Weisberg. Thank you for your support.
I want to thank our college council, who's more than council. He's been a part of the CCM family from the beginning. He is a remarkably wise individual. He is always available, and his gentle counsel is always appreciated. Thank you, Mr. Chait. And we have with us former board members as well, and it has been wonderful enjoying their company over the past 2 days. Thank you for the service, for the work that you did that contributed to bringing us where we are today. I'm fortunate to have the support of superior political leaders. And if you ever feel a little bit discouraged about what's happening, work with these people. Listen to them. They are progressive. What they're all about is the real thing. They are continuously working to advance our community and to give people opportunities, and I would say they are the best at this. It is humbling to have them here today, and I appreciate that they always make time. They have been supporting our college for years. They reached out very warmly to me when I first came to this community, and that meant a great deal. So I thank the Honorable United States Congressman Rodney Frelinghuysen. The Honorable New Jersey Senator Joseph Panaccio. The Honorable Assemblyman Anthony Bucco. The Honorable Assemblywoman Betty Ludacros. The Honorable Director of our Board of Chosen Freeholders, Doug Cabana. The Honorable Freeholder and CCM Liaison, Thomas Mastrangelo. And the Honorable Freeholder, Christine Myers. It's humbling to hear and to have the support of our Foundation Board Chair, who, as you heard, is a CCM alum. He has never abandoned his strong sense of giving back. He has always remembered his roots, and he lives them every day. His work today is very much about helping others live their dreams as well. Thank you, Bill McElroy. And my thanks to the entire CCM Foundation Board, past and present. It seems that they move back and forth, and once a Foundation Board member, like our Board of Trustee members, always members. A recent CCM alum, Spiridula Fontinas, who inspires me. She has her own compelling story. We are so fortunate to have 8,000 success stories. If you ever turn on the news or read a newspaper and feel discouraged, come to our campus. See what these students are about. It will uplift you. It will give you hope. She is here today, a first-generation American whose family came here from Greece. Joining us has been her brother, who is in our choir, her mother, Vasiliki. And although I thought my family came the furthest distance from New York and Connecticut, I'm not really from Florida, but my wife is. It gets misunderstood. Why doesn't he have an accent? I don't have an accent. But her grandparents are here with us today, all the way from Greece. And I think it's safe to say no one traveled further. We welcome you. We thank you for being here. You have a beautiful family and a lot to be proud of. CCM was Spiridula's first choice. Sometimes people refer to community college and they'll say, students who can't go somewhere else go there. But you know, we see thousands of students like Spiridula who graduated with the highest honors, who had focus, who had the energy and everything it takes to live out their dream. She's a remarkable student who's fluent in multiple languages. She's established foundations, educational foundations locally and in other countries to help children. She's been recognized just last year as one of the top 50 students in the nation via the prestigious Coca-Cola Gold Scholars Award program. And as you heard, she is currently a student at the City College of New York. I know that she will continue to lead a life that makes us all very, very proud. Thank you, Spiridula. A colleague, a longtime friend, and sometimes a babysitter. You know, you trust a friend once to watch your children for a few hours, and you come home and he's literally tied into a chair. You just don't know who you can trust these days, but my children absolutely love him, and the rest of my family does as well. We did grow up together professionally. We did support each other, and we developed a lot of really great programs that changed lives and opened opportunities for others, and we had a lot of fun along the way. It was inspiring to me when he became the president of Ulster Community College, and he is still inspiring me today. He is one of the most dedicated people I know to the mission and spirit of community colleges and changing lives. Thank you, Dr. Roberts. And a scholar and friend who penned the words to our alma mater and who will share an original poem at the close of the ceremony. Thank you, Professor Emeritus Zola. I am so lucky to have married the woman that I did marry, and we were together a little before college even. It just took me a while to get the courage to officially ask her to date me, but we were there. She has been amazing. She has been inspiring every step of the way, and I will tell you more about why that is. And my children and my family who are here from Connecticut and from New York today, and I do have some very, very close friends who are my family as well, who are here from Florida, and that means all the world to me. I do have a faculty and staff and administrative team who are highly supported. They are exceptional. They are the best faculty in this nation. What I have watched them do over the past year, and what Dr. Yaw had the great pleasure, I know, of enjoying, is just enormously gratifying every day. To put our students in their hands is simply putting out the greatest confidence that their work changes our communities, it changes our state and nation, it changes our world, and it truly is an honor to work with them. You're going to hear me talk about our faculty today, and I'm going to give you some references, but we talk most extensively about them as our employee group because we're here to educate. But I want to tell you, behind our faculty and behind our administrators is an enormously powerful staff team, and they do remarkable work. It takes more than a great education to help students get everything they need to really prepare to advance their lives. They get great counseling. They have tremendous support all the way around. They develop leadership skills, team building skills, great communication skills. I am so proud of them as well. Please know that they are a driving force behind this college as well. And I would be remiss to not thank the two women in my office. I have a very powerful woman who keeps me in check at home. She's little, but she's a giant. It takes two at work for some reason. They are remarkable. I always say all good things that come out of here, give them the appreciation and thanks. If there's an error, that would be me not listening to them. But Denise Bell and Joanne Hughes are exceptional individuals. And finally, to our inauguration committee, thank you for your great work in showcasing our wonderful college. 50 years of success is tremendous. 50 years of a rich history to build the next 50 years of success upon. Some of you know that by training, I'm a historian. And like many historians, I learned that by understanding the past, it is entirely possible to build an even better future. The ability to recreate the past in a way that is accessible to others, however, is largely reliant upon the ability to weave together the story of people and places, events and ideas, conflict and harmony, idealism and aspirations, and to tell a story that is accurate and sometimes even inspirational. Today, I want to put these skills to use to help us remember the origin of County College of Morris. Hopefully, it will inspire you with some understanding of where our future can take us if we simply observe and practice the following. Continue to exercise clear and bold decision-making. If we continue to have the courage to embark on new adventures and remain focused on the mission that our founders established some 50 years ago, above all, our future lies in our ability to work together. For those of you who do not know our story, in 1963, a group of concerned citizens and local political leaders engaged in a discussion to determine if these new colleges, this experiment called community colleges, would be valuable to Morris County. These new institutions were sweeping across the nation after a lot of research, and they have gone on to transform the way this country functions. The new colleges would offer local residents the opportunity to live at home, but to obtain a high-quality education. It would allow them to support the health of the local economy, and it would allow people to enjoy cultural enrichment in a variety of ways. In no uncertain terms, the concept of community college was revolutionary, and it was deliberately created to support our nation's roots and democracy, a healthy economy, and freedom. Community colleges are all about access to an education, access to a better life, and access through an open-door policy that welcomes anyone and everyone who wants to build a better life through education. Well, those founders decided we should have one, and in 1968, the doors opened to roughly 1,300 students, taught by 64 faculty and supported by 37 staff members. We weren't the giant CCM that we are today. All college business, including classes, was conducted in the only building on campus, Henderson Hall, and our first president, Dr. Sherman Maston, worked with his new board members to establish policy and create a vision, to hire our founding faculty to develop curriculum, teach, and strengthen our college in many ways, and to engage community members, always at the heart of what we do, to determine what their needs were. Dr. Maston had his work cut out for him, but he had a dedicated team around him to help deliver those high standards and vision. In 1986, he was succeeded by Dr. Edward Yaw. A remarkable amount of progress in a small time. Under Dr. Yaw's leadership, the college underwent a period that can only be explained as tremendous growth, wonderful growth, new and renovated buildings, new programs, greater diversity among its employees and students alike, and a vision that embraced our founders' goal and transcended all aspirations to create what is widely considered one of New Jersey's most accomplished county colleges. Today, we stand as the only two-year school in New Jersey to be a designated National Security Agency, Department of Homeland Security, National Center of Excellence for Cybersecurity Education, thanks to the work and vision of two professors, Pat and Joe Tamborelli, and their departmental colleagues. We excel in programs such as engineering and healthcare and so many other STEM disciplines. I want to thank, and I believe they're here today, Gil and Claire Zweig, for always supporting our students in their engineering and manufacturing company. Thank you, friends. They believe in our students. They support them while they're in the classrooms through scholarships. They give them internships, and 80% of their workforce are CCM graduates. That's opportunity. That's a great partner. I want to thank individuals who represent larger companies, Michael Obremski for JCP&L, just as you heard Dr. Roberts recount what we were able to do for Florida Power and Light. Supporting communities and supporting companies within those so that we all live better is the heart of what colleges can be about. We're also a college renowned for our depth in the humanities, noted for our poetry program, which includes a published peer-reviewed journal, thanks to Professor Emeritus Sandra Zuloff, our English Department Chair, Dr. Jana Eber, faculty like Dr. Matthew Ayers, Dr. Deborah DiMatteo, Dr. James Capozzi, and others in the department. Known for our art gallery, led by professor and an exceptional artist, Todd Doney. This gallery, if you've never visited, I encourage you to do so, features the work of regional artists. It is extraordinary. On any given day, you may see our students' work displayed, our faculties, or well-noted regional artists. And our extraordinary performing arts program, under the direction of brilliant and talented Professor Marie-Elaine Mammon, who is generously supported by a team of gifted faculty members who shared their talents last evening. Imagine a college that places equal emphasis on the STEM disciplines and the arts. That's becoming less and less common these days. Many colleges have decided to abandon those areas or to substantially shrink those programs because they don't believe they lead to jobs. They actually do when you look at the data. Here's what they also lead to: producing well-rounded individuals who have the ability to appreciate what's around them, who have the ability to contribute to creating vibrant communities, to living whole lives. That is what really stood out to me when I first learned about County College of Morris. The balance that exists, the holistic attention that goes into our students. We want them to understand that by integrating mathematics, natural and applied sciences, the humanities, the arts, political, economic, and cultural belief systems, that if we could get them to understand those and see how they fit together, they could be very powerful thinkers, they could be very creative problem solvers, and they could be remarkable communicators. And I've never met an employer that said, please do not send me someone who can think, problem solve, or communicate effectively. It doesn't exist. We meet with them regularly, haven't heard it yet. By understanding our past and exploring what it means to be human, we recognize that all people have value. And by shattering the boundaries of contemporary thought and knowledge, we can champion the challenges of our age. Right now, in our classrooms, across this campus, are students who will change the future. You heard one, and so many others. They will be the ones who will go on and take the knowledge from Dr. Asaza's biology class and learn to use it to discover the cures for devastating medical conditions. They're the ones who will walk out of Pat Tamborelli and Nancy Banowski's classrooms, developing new technologies that change and improve the way we live and communicate. They will launch innovative businesses, transforming the way we live, creating more unified systems that allow our global community to come one step closer to living in peace. And our students will learn to compose music. They will learn to capture beauty on canvas. They will learn to coax life out of clay and marble. They too will learn to pen the words of poems that remind us what it is to be human and all of the good that exists in spite of terrible, violent tragedies. I believe in the vision of our founders has been realized. It's been exceeded even. And moreover, I believe we owe it to the thousands of people who have worked for nearly 50 years to continue investing our time, our talents, and our resources to build a CCM for tomorrow. While we're proud of our past and where it has taken us, we cannot squander the opportunity of where we stand today in a remarkably strong position because of the work of people in this room, people on this stage, and throughout our communities. We must embrace that work and build upon it. We must redefine what community colleges are about. They were created more than 50 years ago, but the world has changed profoundly. We know that students often move to universities because of the experiences that exist, and we applaud them. We applaud their efforts to embrace their dreams, and we value the partnerships. One of the greatest strengths of this college is the partnerships it has with the universities in this state and around this country. Students, what an opportunity you have to get a great foundation and then to know that the presidents of other universities have their arms open to you and want you to continue your journey under their care. Tremendous opportunities right here. We're proud of our past, but we must redefine, we must look forward, and CCM is prepared to do just that. Our college will most certainly continue to play a leading role in cybersecurity. We will advance our communities in the use of artificial intelligence. I see a CCM that will emerge as one of our county's economic engines, helping to attract new companies to our community and partnering with existing businesses to meet their demands. Every community competes for those businesses. There is so much here. We must continue to work to help them understand that. To this end, we have redesigned our workforce development program so we can achieve these goals by creating a continuous and talented pipeline of skilled workers because our workforce and economy demand it. According to Georgetown University Research Center, 80% of the jobs with a sustainable wage created since the recession require post-secondary education. Yet the newspapers and popular magazines are flooded with stories asking, is college still worth it? And to the students, I always tell them, only if you want to go to work. Only if you want the ability to think. If those are not issues for you, it may not be. I'll bet they are. Education is not a one-and-done model. The days when we took our last test and we're done and went to work are over. Education is a continuous model. It's a place where lifelong learning has a literal meaning. And students, I can remember when I took my last exam, spend a week in your doctoral program, 8 hours a day, writing, and then you go demonstrate foreign language competencies and skills and statistics and quantitative analysis. And I thought, the last test I'll ever take. It's not true. It's akin to when your tonsils are removed, you get all the ice cream you want. That's not true, okay? You will have to continue learning, as I do and others in this room, every day. It never stops. And you will be tested. It may not come in the form of a multiple choice examination or a fill in the blank. It may not ask you to write an essay or solve complex equations, but you will be tested every day to apply the knowledge you have acquired. Please don't ever think the learning is finished when you walk across our graduation stage. Through the support of leaders like Morris County Chamber of Commerce President Paul Boudreau, Morris County's Economic Development Corporation's Executive Director, Megan Huncher, through our Board of Trustees, our political leaders who are here with us, our administrators, faculty, and staff, and the more than 300 businesses in this community that work with us, we can transform. We can redefine what great community college is about and become a new national model. There is no reason that 6 million Americans should be out of work while employers complain they cannot find qualified individuals. This is about listening. It's about communicating. It's about sharing resources and coming together to resolve these challenges. And it's working. It's working. CCM's cultural impact on the community currently exceeds $484 million. We are a business in and of ourselves. We may not always think of that, but indeed we are. We offer a 17.4% return on investment in taxpayer dollars. That's an extraordinary. When I saw the report come back, I called my financial manager and asked, I want that return. I can't get that return. But students, you can get that return right here at CCM and in the classrooms of the universities that are here as well. Students receive a 14.1% return on investment for every dollar they spend on tuition. So is college still worth it? Yes, it is. In all ways, it still is. And it's recognized. We are, for our students with 2-year degrees, the #1 college in New Jersey for alumni earnings, averaging $69,000 a year. We are in the top 5% nationally. The quality in our classrooms shows up in our communities. It is valued by our employers. We don't live by our numbers. We don't work by our numbers. And we don't look at the numbers the way we look at the people we serve in our classrooms and in our community. Our future is through those individuals. Our impact comes through their success, through the partnerships, by teaching our students to be the next generation of community leaders, by teaching them how to care for others, by providing opportunities not only to themselves, but to others as well, and to know the purpose and place of giving back. As a community college graduate, I know firsthand the impact that an education our classrooms have. And you've heard here today, I'm not alone. Senator Pranaccio, President Roberts, I know our county administrator, John Bonanni, our foundation board chair and foundation board members, Bill McElroy and Carol Fitzpatrick, our faculty grand marshal, who like me went back to the school that gave it an opportunity. All community college graduates. Spiridula Fontanes. These walls, these classrooms, these labs, these campuses, and this community, so supportive, can take you everywhere. We're the gateway to the careers that make communities vibrant. We are the first steps on the journey to earning a 4-year degree. Again, I thank my county college presidential colleagues and our university presidents. I thank our president of the New Jersey Community College Association, Larry Nespoli, because we work very well, very closely. We have one discussion: what is best for the students in New Jersey? I believe in the promise of education, and I believe in the promise of this nation. I believe in people like my parents who taught me the value of hard work, honesty, and giving back. I believe in my wife, who's so humble, but she's an elementary school teacher. She told you that. What people don't always know is she deliberately chose the poorest schools in Florida to teach in, the most under-resourced schools, children coming in who really oftentimes had not eaten in a day, whose clothes were so tattered or dirty, she either shopped and bought them more. I sometimes thought we had a lot more kids in the house than we did, or was doing laundry to make sure that they had clean clothes to wear. She was offered positions at some of the top schools in the county because she was one of Florida's highest succeeding teachers, but turned them down continuously. Because in her words, who will hug these children? I'm the only one they get. Who will teach them to dream? Who will show them that there's something bigger? That's giving back, and a community college product as well. People like my Uncle Carmen, where I was a young boy, and he's here today, and had such a wonderful time going to his home every summer and out on his sailboat. But the very best part was the empty bedroom upstairs that had boxes of books. And he said, you can take those and read those, any ones you want. And being able to go home every summer with a handful of books was quite a thrill and fueled my imagination and is a big part of what brought me here today. Or my cousin Richard, who always took the time when I was a young boy to talk to me and ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? Those are important questions that sometimes children aren't asked. And you know what? We talk about getting involved. Sometimes it's the smallest thing that makes the biggest difference. So now it is our time. On this day and all days after, please don't wish me luck. Please offer me your support. Because while I'm immensely proud to be the third president of County College of Morris, I want to be able to look back one day, many, many years from now, and tell people we did it. We did it. I want us to build on the success of our founders. I want us to advance the vision of the YA era. I want us to build that new kind of community college that's rooted in partnerships to give students the experiences they want and need. We launch 1,000 dreams and we change 1,000 lives here every year. In doing these things, we contribute to building an even better Morris County. Everyone does have something to give. In closing, let me share. Our future, we will, community members, seek greater opportunities through your support. Will you be the next Glenbrook, the next Arconic, the next Atlantic Health, Harvest Restaurant, or one of our other 300 partners to give a student a chance? Will you seek, or we will seek, increased numbers of mentors and student success coaches? Because there's an awful lot of Tony Iaconos in these classrooms whose parents didn't go to college, whose siblings did not go, and need someone to talk to them and help them understand what can happen if you do go. Can you give them some of your time? Even an hour can make a difference. We will seek to establish a stronger environment where under-resourced individuals can go to college and not be limited by the circumstances of their birth. Can you make a small gift? Even the smallest gift is a step in changing a life. I will tell you, I'm never ashamed to advocate for our students, ever. I'm proud of them. Somebody did it for me. I'm here today because of those individuals. So I'm happy to be their chief advocate. With more than 43,000 alum working in our communities, we all reap the benefits. So I ask you today, let's raise the bar. Let's offer more opportunity by investing more in their success. Let's create opportunities by building greater infrastructure. Let's meet the needs of our local workforce and close the skills gap. Let's work together to realize the impact of a great education. CCM was built to make a difference, and we do that every day. But together, we make a real difference. So I invite you to join me as we build the next 50 years. God bless you, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Dr. Iacono. Please be seated. The County College of Morris alma mater was written in 1987 by Professor Emeritus Sandra Zuloff, and it was arranged by Professor Emeritus John Gorman for the initial presentation of the inauguration for our second president, Dr. Yaw. You will find the words to our alma mater in the back of your program. But first, I would like, and I would ask that you now stand, for the singing of the alma mater and remain standing for the benediction to be given by Professor Emeritus Zuloff. Also, please stand. I would request that once Professor Zuloff has concluded his comments, if the audience would please remain in the area until the academic procession has left the gym floor. And do feel free to join us in the Davidson Rooms in the Student Community Center following our reception, our celebration for Dr. Iacono. Professor Mammon.
Thank you, Betty, for guiding an old man to the podium. It's my honor to give the benediction for the inauguration of our third president, Dr. Anthony Iacono, on this Friday, October 6th, St. Francis's Day. I invite you all to pray with me in your own words and in your own way. Master of blessings, giver of breath and bread, we thank you this day for our new president, Dr. Anthony Iacono, who will lead this college into the 21st century with strength, compassion, and courage. May this college shine in learning and leadership, creating the minds and talents who will find the solutions to the problems that threaten us, the ugly spirits that divide us, the ravaging diseases that destroy us. These students are our future, and may our talented and brilliant faculty and staff lead them with your guidance to the right answers. God bless President Anthony Iacono. God bless all who have gone before us, and God bless the County College of Morris. Amen.